I was thinking in the meantime, observing all the things, what make every person that is around me right now different. And that is, of course, a lot of information, and you can see everybody have their own world. And having their own world is allowing you to deliver only these things that you have, only the things that you have been living, only the things that make you different than the others, or just be part of a tribe. That is not bad. I am saying that from the point of view of that is good if you are doing this with authenticity and putting as well something different. You know, a lot of people have the same kind of the same things, but at the end they are putting their own stamp, and their own stamp is our own brand.
Transformation is an ongoing process, and I am excited to bring you along for the ride. In this episode, I'm sharing a behind-the-scenes look at my journey, what I am doing, what I am learning, and how each experience shaped my perspective on personal branding. It is not just about discovery, it is about inspiring you to awaken your own curiosity and begin or deepen your own transformation. So please grab a cup of coffee or tea and get comfortable and join me in exploring the journey of building a brand that is uniquely, authentically yours. So welcome one more time to the Brilliantly Branded podcast.
So hello and welcome to another episode of the Brilliantly Branded podcast. Today I'm still in New York in this beautiful terrace. I just wanted to document this process because that have been amazing. I have had the opportunity to visit, of course, Times Square. If you are in New York, you need to go there. And then I wanted to share my experience on how that make me feel and think related with branding. That is my purpose. So in Times Square, the main thing that I'm connected is with my purpose of vision. How the things that I'm seeing are making transformation on me and in my professional journey. How I'm living that, what places I have been visiting, and how that have been changing my perspective and will change your perspective related with how you are building your own brand or building your company brand. One of the things that I have been using to inspire myself in different ways is the visuals. So Times Square was one of the first places that I visit today. It was amazing in the sense that all the lights, all the sounds, all the colors is so powerful to see how everything is happening around, not just from the perspective of visuals, but from the perspective of brands, how all the brands are wanting to show them there in a place where thousands of people are coming and visiting, that you have the exposure to show the content. But how, if I compare that with how overwhelmed you can end up having a lot of information around and you really don't know where to see, how to manage that, how what is catching your attention in that sense. So this time for me was even more overwhelming because the lights, the sounds. So New York, as I have been explaining, is a city with a high energy, with a lot of information as well, that you can easily feel overwhelmed. And that is happening to me in the sense that one of my first purpose, it was the focuses and experiences related with a vision. What I have been seeing, how I have been stimulating my vision, and how I have been changing the perspective that I have in front of many different things. Times Square is the place to see what is happening there. I mean, it's a place that are calling a lot of attention from people because have a lot of information related with color, with images, with all the content that everybody as well are trying to record around you, the chaos, the noise, the cars crossing the avenue, and all the tourists around that wanted to have the best picture or doing the best to communicate to the world. My intention this time, it was just be focused on one sense, and that sense was vision. Even when I have been mixing all the sounds and on all the sensations that the smells are bringing to you when you are in this process of discovering of yourself, of many things. And that is connected with how we build brands, the intention that we will have our brands, how we show outside what we are building based on what we are feeling, right? So this time, it was the connection of how colors and lights tell a story. And for me, that story, it was amazing because, even when I was trying to connect the dots in terms of, the just one sign of information in one of these big screens, I was realizing that it's very difficult to be focused in something when you are receiving that much information. And I think if I compare that with what is happening today with all of us, all the information that we are receiving every day across our screens in our phones is incredible. I think that, we end up being overwhelmed because all the information that we are receiving. So one of the things that is very important, and I notice in Times Square, it is some of those brands that are, making advertising there just took my attention, and took my attention because they was doing something different. They was not just putting up an advertising that, is there because they need to do that, but they put the intention to really make something different. And this is the differentiator that are connected with our brands, our personal brands or our company brands. So what is this differentiator that we are putting intentionally in our communication? This is part of the things that are necessary to do during this process of building your own brand. Building your own brand or company brand needs to have that intention and needs to as well show the differentiator. I was thinking in the meantime, observing all the things, what make every person that is around me right now different. I was just thinking, okay, each of these people, of course, are unique because we all are having our own stories. We are living our own life. So we have a different things, different perspective, different way to see the world. And this uniqueness is one of the things that are very important to communicate when you are building your personal brand. What happens when you don't know how to do that? All these brands around you trying to communicate you and give you the information that you need to assimilate. The assimilation of this information is quite complicated because it's overwhelming. It's a lot of sounds. It's a lot of visuals. It's different things that are happening around you that sometimes even make you not be focused in something in a specifically. And I am referring that and comparing with what is happening, what we wanted to communicate our personal brand. If we don't have the intention clear, it will be very difficult to communicate something concrete, right? So I was comparing that with the process of creation, not just from the visual point of view, but actually from the message that you are crafting behind your personal brand. And I am connecting as well company brands because this is again very, very, very connected. And the reason why I am talking about personal branding right now is because people wanted to be more connected. And this is not something that I am invented. This is already studies that are showing that in the way that people likes more to be connected with the person, with the human being. And this is how and why brands in general are putting people in front that represent their brands. So if you see, I don't know what happened with your company page on LinkedIn, for example, if you compare it with your personal page, these both have a different behavior. People love more to have a contact with you, to listen to your stories. So all the things that are happening right now where people want to establish these emotional connections is what I am pursuing as well during this process, and see how things are happening around the information that I am perceiving, the information that I am receiving, and how I am processing that actually to show a part of my professional side related with branding, in how people can build their own brands and communicate it assertively. So this experience that I live in Times Squares, and this is just one of experience, focuses in the sense of visuals. You can see all the information, all the colors, and how colors and lights become together to build a brand, become together to deliver a message, and how all these small details, can you imagine how much work are represented to just bring this advertising to Times Square and expose there? So all the time, dedication and effort that people are putting, entire teams probably trying to put that advertising, nail it in the message that they wanted to put across. So this is part of what is next to this message as well, or this episode, and is how we are building this connection with the people that we are communicating about ourselves or about our brands. So these two are going in the same directions. That's what I am not basically separate those. And in terms of my experience, what I felt a bit overwhelmed. It was a lot of information. It was a lot of sounds, a lot of visuals. I mean, my eyes was feeling really tired because all of this information. But that is good because this is a stimulation for my brain, and a stimulation in the sense of educating my visuals in order to end up giving a good advice to my clients in the way that they can communicate. Coming to New York as well is seeing what is happening, the trends in terms of anthropology, for example, how people are behaving that are showing what is the trend all around the world. So there is many things in different neighborhoods happening here. I will be documenting this. This is going to be just the first episode connected with the visuals. That is one of my purposes in this trip. On just one experience, I will share with you another experience that I live. So please keep it connected, tune in, and let's live this experience together. So hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
We hope you have been inspired by this content and join us for future episodes of the Brilliantly Branded podcast. We will continue exploring the power of branding and the stories behind successful brands. And remember, if you know a woman who has built a successful brand with a unique approach and a story to share, please refer them to our podcast. We would love to learn from their experiences and share their story with our listeners. Stay tuned for most episodes of Brilliantly Branded, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, on our YouTube channel for more branding insights and women empowerment. Until the next episode, ciao ciao.